In the year 2389, humanity had expanded its reach into the farthest corners of the solar system. The United Earth Space Force, UESF, was at the forefront of exploration, pushing the boundaries of known space. Captain Aidan Hale, a seasoned officer with a reputation for bravery and ingenuity, commanded the USS Endeavour, a state-of-the-art exploration vessel. On a routine patrol in the distant Oort cloud, the crew of the Endeavour detected a series of anomalous energy readings. The readings were unlike anything they had encountered before, strange fluctuations in space-time that suggested the presence of a hidden structure. "Captain, we're picking up some unusual readings from Sector 8G, reported Commander Lily Jones, the ship's science officer. "The energy signatures are off the charts." Aidan frowned, studying the holographic display. "Set a course for the source of the anomaly. Let's see what we're dealing with." As the Endeavour approached the coordinates, an astonishing sight emerged from the darkness. A massive fleet of derelict ships, ancient and covered in strange glowing runes, floated silently in the void. The ships were unlike any known design, their forms both alien and majestic. "By the stars," Lily whispered. "Captain, these ships are ancient. Their technology is far beyond ours." Aidan's curiosity was piqued. "Prepare an away team. We're going aboard." Donning their EVA suits, Aidan, Lily, and a team of engineers boarded the largest ship, which appeared to be a battleship of some kind. The interior was a maze of corridors and chambers filled with advanced yet decayed technology. There were no signs of life, but a pervasive sense of unease hung in the air. "Captain, over here," called Lieutenant Carlos Alvarez, one of the engineers. He had found a central console that was still active, displaying alien symbols and garbled messages. "Lily, can you make sense of this?" Aidan asked. Lily began to interface with the console, using a portable translator. After a few tense moments, the console flickered to life, and a holographic recording began to play. A ghostly figure of an alien admiral appeared, speaking in a language that resonated eerily through the ship's halls. "I'm translating now," Lily said, her eyes widening as the subtitles appeared. "It says, 'To whoever finds this message, know that we were the guardians of our galaxy. We embarked on a mission to protect our worlds from an ancient evil, but we were betrayed. The curse of the artifact binds us, and our mission remains unfulfilled. Beware, for this curse seeks to consume all who come into contact with it. Save us, or share our fate.'" As the message ended, the ship seemed to groan, and the lights flickered ominously. Aidan felt a chill run down his spine. "We need to get back to the Endeavour and figure out what we're dealing with." The away team hurried back, their minds racing with the implications of what they had discovered. The fleet was cursed, bound by a malevolent force tied to an ancient artifact. The mission to save Earth and the galaxy from this threat had now fallen to them. Back on the USS Endeavour, the crew gathered in the briefing room to discuss their findings. Dr. Elena Reyes, the ship's xenolinguist, had been working tirelessly to decode more of the alien logs retrieved from the derelict battleship. "Captain, I've translated more of the logs," Elena announced. "The fleet was on a mission to transport a powerful precursor artifact to a secure location. The artifact, however, was cursed, and it corrupted the fleet, binding their spirits to the ships and causing their disappearance." Aidan leaned forward, his expression serious. "What exactly is this artifact?" Elena projected an image of the artifact onto the display. It was a dark, crystalline object, pulsating with an eerie, otherworldly light. "The logs refer to it as the Heart of Nyx. It's of precursor origin, an ancient civilization known for their godlike technology. The artifact has the power to manipulate reality, but it also carries a dark curse." "How do we deal with it?" asked Lieutenant Alvarez, anxiety clear in his voice. "The only way to lift the curse is to complete the fleet's original mission," Elena explained. "We need to transport the artifact to a precursor vault on a distant planet, where it can be contained." Aidan nodded. "Then that's what we'll do. But we're going to need help." As they prepared to send a distress signal to the Galactic Council, strange occurrences began to plague the Endeavour. Whispered voices echoed through the ship, shadowy figures flickered at the edge of vision, and equipment malfunctioned inexplicably. The curse was beginning to take hold. "Captain, we're experiencing multiple system failures," Lily reported, her voice strained. "It's like the ship itself is haunted." Aiden knew they had to act quickly. "Send the distress signal. We need the Council to understand the urgency of this situation." The distress signal, containing the translated logs and a detailed explanation of the curse, was transmitted to the nearest Galactic Council relay station. All they could do now was wait and hope for a response. Meanwhile, the phenomena aboard the Endeavour intensified. Crew members reported vivid nightmares and waking visions of ghostly apparitions. The curse was affecting their minds, sowing fear and paranoia. "Captain, we need to stay focused," Elena urged. "The artifact is amplifying the curse. We have to keep our goal in sight." Aiden agreed. "Prepare the ship for departure. As soon as we hear from the Council, we move out. We can't afford to stay here any longer." Days passed with no response from the Galactic Council. Morale was low, and the crew was on edge. Just as hope began to fade, a message came through. "This is Ambassador Zara of the Galactic Council," the message began. "We have received your distress call and are sending a delegation to investigate. Hold your position and prepare for our arrival." Relief washed over the crew, but Aiden knew their challenges were far from over. The delegation would have to be convinced of the threat, and they would need to work together to complete the mission and lift the curse. The fate of the galaxy depended on their success. As the Endeavour awaited the arrival of the Galactic Council delegation, Aiden and his crew steeled themselves for the challenges ahead. The discovery of the cursed fleet had set them on a path filled with danger and uncertainty, but they were determined to see it through. The mission to save Earth and the galaxy had only just begun. The wait for the Galactic Council delegation was tense. The eerie phenomena continued to plague the USS Endeavour, with crew members reporting ghostly sightings and unsettling sensations. Captain Aiden Hale and his officers prepared for the arrival of the Council, hoping their evidence would be enough to secure the help they desperately needed. Finally, the Galactic Council delegation arrived, docking their sleek, advanced ships with the Endeavour. Ambassador Zara, a dignified and wise representative of the Virex species, led the delegation. Her large, expressive eyes took in the tense atmosphere aboard the human ship. "Welcome aboard, Ambassador Zara," Aiden greeted her, extending a hand. Zara took his hand and gave a brief, polite nod. "Captain Hale, we received your distress call and the evidence you sent. I must admit, your claims are extraordinary. We need to see this for ourselves." Aiden led Zara and her team to the ship's command center, where Dr. Elena Reyes and Commander Lily Jones had prepared a detailed presentation. They replayed the holographic recording from the alien admiral, translated the logs, and displayed the image of the cursed artifact, the heart of Nyx. "As you can see, this artifact is of precursor origin," Elena explained. "The curse tied to it has already begun to affect our ship. We need to transport it to a precursor vault to contain its power and lift the curse." Zara observed the data closely, her expression thoughtful. "The precursor technology is known for its complexity and power. If this artifact is as dangerous as you say, it indeed poses a threat not only to your ship, but to the entire galaxy." Aiden nodded. "We need the Council's help to complete the mission. The artifact must be secured, and we cannot do it alone." The delegation members exchanged glances, some skeptical but others visibly concerned. Zara turned to her team. "We will assist you, Captain Hale. The Galactic Council cannot ignore such a threat. We will need to work together closely to ensure the success of this mission." With the alliance formed, the combined human and alien teams began preparations. They devised a strategy to transport the artifact, while also developing countermeasures to defend against the cursed spirits. Despite their differences, the urgency of the mission brought a sense of unity and purpose. The Endeavour and the Galactic Council ships set course for the distant planet where the precursor vault was located. The journey through uncharted space was fraught with challenges, as the cursed spirits grew more aggressive, sensing the impending threat to their existence. Aiden and Zara coordinated their efforts, holding daily briefings to adapt their strategies as new obstacles arose. Trust between the humans and the alien delegation was fragile, but growing stronger with each shared experience. "Captain Hale, our sensors are picking up a dense asteroid field ahead," reported Lieutenant Alvarez. "Navigating through it will be tricky." Zara studied the data. "We have advanced navigational systems that can chart a safe path. Our ships will take the lead and guide the Endeavor through." "Thank you, Ambassador," Aiden replied. "Let's proceed with caution." The fleet maneuvered through the asteroid field, their ships weaving between massive, tumbling rocks. Tensions were high as the cursed spirits used the opportunity to launch sporadic attacks. Ghostly apparitions appeared on the bridges, whispering threats and causing systems to flicker. Elena worked tirelessly with Dr. Lauren, the Council's chief scientist, to develop a device that could create a protective barrier around the ships. Their combined expertise led to the creation of an energy field generator, which they hoped would repel the spirits. "We've completed the prototype," Elena announced, presenting the device to Aiden and Zara. "It should help keep the spirits at bay, but we'll need to deploy it carefully." Zara examined the device. "This could buy us the time we need. We should install it on the Endeavor first and test its effectiveness." As the team installed the generator, the spirits intensified their attacks, almost as if they sensed the crew's efforts to thwart them. The protective barrier hummed to life, creating a shimmering field around the ship. The spirits recoiled, their forms flickering and fading as they struggled to breach the barrier. "It's working!" Lily exclaimed, monitoring the readings. "The barrier is holding." With the generator successfully deployed on the Endeavor, they moved on to install similar devices on the Council ships. The combined fleet continued their journey, now better equipped to handle the malevolent forces that haunted them. However, the path to the precursor vault was not yet clear. As they neared their destination, General Kor of the Drathax, a member of the Council delegation who had harbored doubts from the start, decided to take drastic action. Convinced that the only solution was to destroy the cursed fleet and the artifact, he secretly plotted to sabotage the mission. Late one night, Kor and his loyalists disabled key systems on the Endeavor, causing chaos and confusion. Fires broke out in the engine room, and the ship's navigation went haywire. Alarms blared as the crew scrambled to regain control. "Captain, we're under attack from within," shouted Alvarez over the comms. "It's General Kor's doing." Aiden rushed to the engine room, finding Kor and his followers attempting to sabotage the energy field generator. "Kor, stop this madness," Aiden demanded, drawing his weapon. "You're leading us all to our doom, Hale," Kor snarled. "The cursed fleet must be destroyed, not contained." Aiden and Zara, arriving with reinforcements, fought off Kor's loyalists. In the ensuing struggle, Kor was subdued and taken into custody. The damage, however, had already been done. The Endeavor was left vulnerable, and the cursed spirits began to breach the weakened barrier. "We need to restore the generator quickly," Elena urged. "We can't hold off the spirits much longer." Working together, the crew managed to repair the damage and reactivate the barrier. The spirits were once again repelled, but the betrayal had left a mark. Trust had been shaken, and the mission was more perilous than ever. "We've come too far to turn back now," Aiden said, addressing his crew and the Council delegation. "Despite the challenges, we must complete this mission. The fate of the galaxy depends on it." With renewed determination, the fleet pressed on towards the precursor vault. The journey was not over, but they were united in their resolve to lift the curse and secure the artifact. Together, they prepared for the final leg of their dangerous mission. As the fleet drew closer to the planet housing the precursor vault, the sense of unease grew. The spirits, sensing the impending threat to their existence, intensified their attacks. The protective barriers held, but the strain on the crew was palpable. They knew that the final leg of their journey would be the most challenging. Aiden and Zara held a strategy meeting to finalize their plans for the vault. "We need to be ready for anything," Aiden said, looking around the table at his senior officers and the Council delegation. "The closer we get, the more desperate the spirits will become." Zara nodded. "We must also be prepared for the possibility of further sabotage. General Kor's betrayal was a stark reminder that not everyone is convinced of our mission." Elena spoke up, her voice steady despite the tension. I've been studying the precursor texts more closely. There's a mention of a secondary artifact, a key that can unlock the full power of the heart of Nyx. If the spirits gain access to this key, our mission could be doomed. We need to find and secure this key before the spirits do, Aiden said. Lily, can you pinpoint its location? Lily nodded, typing rapidly on her console. I'm scanning the planet's surface for any unusual energy signatures. If the key is there, we'll find it. As the fleet approached the planet, the sensors picked up a strong energy reading emanating from a cavern deep within a mountainous region. That's our target, Lily confirmed. We'll need to send a ground team to retrieve the key. Aiden assembled a team consisting of himself, Zara, Elena, and a group of elite soldiers. They boarded a shuttle and descended to the planet's surface, leaving the rest of the fleet to guard the heart of Nyx. The planet's atmosphere was harsh and unforgiving, with jagged rocks and swirling dust storms. The team navigated through the treacherous terrain, their path illuminated by the eerie glow of the cavern ahead. Inside the cavern, the air was thick with an oppressive energy. The walls were lined with strange, luminescent crystals, and the ground was littered with the remnants of ancient machinery. At the center of the cavern, nestled within a pedestal of intricate design, lay the secondary artifact, the key. We need to move quickly, Aiden urged. The spirits will try to stop us. As they approached the pedestal, ghostly apparitions materialized, their forms twisted and malevolent. The team fought bravely, using advanced weaponry and the protective devices to hold the spirits at bay. Elena and Zara worked together to extract the key from its resting place, their hands trembling with the effort. Almost there, Elena said, her voice strained. Just a little more. With a final, coordinated effort, they secured the key. The spirits shrieked in fury, their forms dissolving into the air. The team, exhausted but victorious, made their way back to the shuttle. We have the key, Aiden reported as they returned to the fleet. Prepare for the final phase of the mission. With the key in hand, the fleet approached the precursor vault. The planet's surface was dominated by an ancient structure, its architecture both awe-inspiring and foreboding. The vault's entrance was a massive, intricately carved door covered in alien runes that glowed faintly. The combined human and alien teams worked quickly to decipher the runes and unlock the vault. As they did, the cursed spirits launched a final desperate assault, their attacks more intense and coordinated than ever before. Hold the line, Aiden commanded, his voice cutting through the chaos. We need to buy them time. The crew fought valiantly, using every weapon and strategy at their disposal. The protective barriers flickered under the onslaught, but they held firm. Inside the vault's antechamber, Elena and Zara worked frantically to activate the mechanisms with the key. The key fits, but the alignment is critical, Zara explained, adjusting the device with precision. One mistake, and the containment process will fail. Elena's hands moved steadily, guided by her deep understanding of precursor technology. I've almost got it. Just a few more adjustments. Outside, the battle raged on. The spirits grew more frenzied, their attacks becoming increasingly unpredictable. The ground shook as the energy within the vault began to react to the activation sequence. We can't hold them off much longer, Lily shouted, her voice strained with effort. We don't need to, Aiden replied, his eyes locked on the vault entrance. Just a little more time. Finally, with a loud, resonating click, the key locked into place. The vault's doors swung open, revealing a chamber filled with advanced machinery and a pedestal designed to contain the heart of Nyx. A radiant light pulsed from within, ready to neutralize the artifact's dark power. Now, Elena called out, bring in the artifact. The team carefully transported the heart of Nyx into the containment chamber, placing it on the pedestal. As they did, the machinery hummed to life, surrounding the artifact with a glowing protective field. The cursed spirits let out a final agonized wail as their source of power was neutralized. One by one, they dissolved into the ether, their forms dissipating like mist in the sunlight. The oppressive energy that had haunted the fleet lifted, replaced by a profound sense of relief and accomplishment. We did it, Zara said, her voice filled with awe. The artifact is contained. Aiden smiled, the weight of their journey finally lifting from his shoulders. We couldn't have done it without everyone's bravery and determination. This victory belongs to all of us. The fleet, now free from the curse, prepared for the journey home. The sense of camaraderie and unity was stronger than ever, forged through their shared trials and triumphs. As they set course for Earth, Aiden addressed the crew and the council delegation. We faced unimaginable challenges, but we prevailed. The curse is lifted and the artifact is secure. Let this be a testament to the power of cooperation and the resilience of our spirit. Together, we can overcome any obstacle. The fleet's return was met with celebrations and accolades, their story becoming a legend that would be told for generations. The mission had not only lifted the curse, but also strengthened the bonds between Earth and the Galactic Council, paving the way for a future of unity and exploration. The journey back to Earth was filled with a sense of triumph and reflection. The crew, though weary from their ordeal, felt a renewed sense of purpose. The successful containment of the Heart of Nyx and the lifting of the curse marked a new chapter for humanity and its place in the galaxy. As the fleet approached Earth, they were hailed as heroes. Unity 1, the massive space station orbiting the planet, prepared for a grand reception. The fleet docked, and the crew disembarked to a chorus of cheers and applause. Representatives from Earth's colonies and the Galactic Council gathered to honor their bravery and achievement. Captain Aiden Hale, Ambassador Zara, and Dr. Elena Reyes stood at the forefront, facing a crowd that included Earth's President Mira Tanaka and the Council leader, Thalos. President Tanaka stepped forward to address the assembly. Today, we celebrate not just the return of our brave explorers, but the enduring spirit of cooperation and sacrifice. Captain Hale, Ambassador Zara, and their crew have faced unimaginable dangers and prevailed. Their success is a testament to our shared determination and unity. Thalos then took the stage. The actions of this crew have shown us the true strength of collaboration. The Galactic Council is honored to welcome Earth back into our fold. Let this day mark the beginning of a new era of peace and mutual understanding. The crowd erupted in applause as President Tanaka and Thalos presented medals of honor to Aiden, Zara, and key members of the crew. The recognition was heartfelt, but Aiden's thoughts were already turning to the future. Later, in a quieter moment, Aiden, Zara, and Elena gathered with their closest comrades to reflect on their journey. "We've come a long way," Aiden said, lifting a glass. "Here's to all of us, and to those we lost along the way. They'll always be a part of our story." The team toasted, their spirits lifted by the sense of accomplishment and unity. The fleet's success had not only lifted the curse but also forged unbreakable bonds between its members and their allies. In the weeks that followed, Aiden was appointed as the liaison between Earth and the Galactic Council, working closely with Zara to strengthen interstellar relations. Their mission was to ensure that the lessons learned from their ordeal would guide future interactions and collaborations. Dr. Elena Reyes continued her research on precursor technology, her insights proving invaluable to both human and alien scientists. Her work promised to unlock new advancements that could benefit all species in the galaxy. The crew of the Endeavour dispersed to new assignments, carrying with them the knowledge and experience gained from their journey. They became ambassadors of unity, spreading the message that cooperation and understanding were key to overcoming any challenge. A year after their return, Aiden and Zara stood before the Galactic Council to present a comprehensive report on their mission and its implications. The council chambers were filled with representatives from countless species, all eager to hear their findings. "Our mission was not just about lifting a curse," Aiden began. "It was about proving that together we can face any threat. We've shown that trust and collaboration are the cornerstones of a united galaxy." Zara continued, "The ancient evil we faced was a reminder of the dangers that lurk in the cosmos, but it also highlighted our potential. By working together, we've turned a tale of doom into a story of redemption and hope." The council leader, Thalos, addressed the assembly. "The actions of Captain Hale, Ambassador Zara, and their crew have set a precedent for future generations. Let us take this opportunity to strengthen our bonds and build a galaxy where unity prevails over division. The council members voted unanimously to readmit Earth into the Galactic Council, marking the beginning of a new chapter in interstellar relations. The decision was met with widespread approval, signaling a renewed commitment to peace and cooperation. Back on Earth, the fleet's former ships were showcased in a grand exhibition, drawing visitors from across the galaxy. The story of the Cursed Fleet became a legend, a testament to the resilience and determination of those who had faced the darkness and emerged victorious. Aiden, now a respected figure in the galactic community, took a moment to reflect on their journey. Standing in front of the Endeavor, he thought about the challenges they had overcome and the friends they had lost. "Captain Hale," Zara said, joining him, "we've come a long way." "Yes, we have," Aiden replied, a smile touching his lips. "And there's still so much to do." Together they looked towards the stars, ready to face whatever the future held. The legacy of the Cursed Fleet was not one of despair, but of hope. A new dawn for Earth and the galaxy, united in purpose and driven by the spirit of exploration and discovery.